I keep giving bad people good ideas.
Hello guys, welcome to today's video. Today's video is another little commentary video. And it's going to be on a topic that I've seen a couple content creators talk about here and there. It's not that crazy or big of a topic, but it's kind of a topic that I did want to throw in my 2 cents. And it's pretty much all YouTubers glorifying the hood or like other people's misfortune when it comes to that kind of shit. And I would say yes and no. There are some content creators that definitely glorify it and just kind of, not really, I would say, oh, make the problem worse, but they do kind of like just glorify it in a way where they're like, oh, look at me, I'm having so much fun. But it's really not fun being stuck in the hood, especially stuck in the hood selling crack or some shit. And a lot of people kind of know that, but then it's like there are other channels that even try to glorify it to make it seem like the new cool thing. Not like, it's hard to explain. Not like, oh, it's so cool, but like, look at me, it's not that bad. It's actually kind of fun, you know, and people can interpret that in a wrong way. And I'm not saying, oh, if you live in the hood, it's bad, or oh, it's the end of your life, or whatever. But again, no one wants to really be stuck living in the hood and shit. And I feel like they try to glorify it in a way where it looks fun or looks cool. And I feel like, again, at the end of the day, if you live in the hood, you could still enjoy it. And it's, you know, it's probably not the worst if you know kind of how to stay safe and kind of, you know, the do's and don'ts. But, again, at the end of the day, I do feel like they kind of glorify it in a way where it's kind of misleading. That's kind of the point I'm getting. But let's get into it. I have 3 good examples that kind of come off the top of my head. And the 3 examples we're going to go over is Brandon Buckingham, No Jumper, and Tommy G. And I feel like Brandon Buckingham and Tommy G are going to be my good examples. And then Adam22 is kind of going to be the, like, bad examples. But pretty much, let's go over the very first part. Is like just the normal average vlogger being like, oh, I'm going to the hood, oh, hood video, oh, blah, blah, blah. I don't really, obviously, I don't think anyone gets offended by it. Oh, cool, some white YouTuber who's a vlogger's going to the hood, who's gonna, like, make a video with some rap or some shit. Those kind of videos are usually pretty funny, and I kind of get the goof. You know, it's like, oh, funny, they'll go into the hood, they're kind of making it a little big deal. I don't really feel like it's glorifying too much. Some of those videos sometimes do. I feel like it's really just depends on the content creator at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, I feel like they'll just try and make a goof and just try and act all funny. Again, I'm not trying to be like an SJW and be like, that's so offensive, blah, blah, blah. Again, they'll just try and ramp up shit or just try hype shit up for the video. And, again, some of those videos I do sometimes feel like, sometimes they will glorify the gun part of shit, or they'll like, usually most of the time it's just some dumbass YouTuber hanging out with some rappers. So again, I don't really feel like they're glorifying too much of the like, you know, the battle stuff. They're kind of more for, like, usually with those videos, they're talking with the rapper, they're talking about the music, they're talking about content creation. But they're just in the hood. So again, at the end of the day, it's like those kind of videos really don't glorify shit and are kind of usually more harmless. But let's get into No Jumper first. I feel like No Jumper is a good example of glorifying shit and just kind of, I don't know. It's just like, best way to explain it is in some of his older vlogs and stuff was like, it was kind of weird because, like, with his vlogs, they were entertaining, but it wasn't like a normal person's vlog where it's a person being like, hey, this is what I'm doing today, follow me, blah, blah, blah. It kind of was like that maybe a little in the beginning, and then it slowly drifted into, oh, he had a cameraman. Oh, cameraman's recording other people that, okay, this whole video is just of random other people. Adam's not even in it. Okay, whatever, still entertaining. And then it slowly just drifted into, like I was saying, like, Adam not being in the vlogs at all, the vlogs being hosted by some other person, stuff like that. And I feel like within those videos too. It was like there was no personal connection. It was just kind of like, okay, this rapper wants to record with us. This could be good content. People like watching, oh, blah, blah, blah going on in the hood or whatever. And I feel like, kind of like back what I was saying earlier, at least with like most like vlogger or your average vlogger nowadays, they'll make like, oh, I'm going to the hood video, but they'll like actually add stuff to it. Like they'll go do the other stuff they're doing throughout the video. The video might not be just focused exactly on, just going to the hood, meeting up with the rapper or whatever, whoever they're meeting up with. They'll like have other little things thrown in the video. They'll actually be in the video. As like, I feel like with Adam22, he would just try and run around LA, try and see what the fuck was going on, and just try and throw his cameraman though and be like, hey, get some good footage and we'll throw it into a video. And again, that like, not all those videos were like, I wouldn't be like, oh, they weren't entertaining, oh, they weren't like good. They were like pretty good and pretty entertaining, but definitely looking back at it, it was like glorifying, like, he would glorify the fuck out of drugs. He would glorify the fuck out of, like, not really guns. Like, it wasn't like Adam22 running around with an AK. But he would kind of glorify the people that had guns and shit, if that made sense. And I feel like kind of, until, like, people like Little Peep, other rappers and stuff, started dying and he started kind of cleaning up his act, that he stopped kind of glorifying that kind of stuff as much. But again, definitely in the era, he was glorifying the fuck out of drugs. And just like, again, I wouldn't like really say he was glorifying too much of like guns and stuff. Because again, Adam22 himself isn't really out here being like, oh, I'm a gangbanger, oh, I'm a AK in the streets. But again, he would kind of glorify that scene and the people within it. And then he had his own personal struggles and shit with drugs or whatever. So he would kind of glorify the fuck out of that kind of stuff. And I feel like in his interviews too, it just kind of, he glorifies just like people's misfortune, or kind of glorifies the whole like hood thing. I don't know, like the if like say the person he's interviewing is from the hood, he'll kind of glorify it or kind of make like these joking upset like assumptions, and sometimes like, it's like, oh, okay, that's a little funny, or okay, I get it, it's a joke. But then sometimes it just seems like he just disconnected. Like, sometimes they'll like tell him some crazy shit, and yeah, sometimes he'll pick up on it and be like, oh damn, that's crazy. But then sometimes like they'll tell him some crazy shit and he'll try to like throw a joke, or like he'll just be like, okay. And it's just like, I don't know, you could just tell he's not really there for the interviews and he's not really interested in the shit that's going on, but more just interested in, hey, how is this video gonna do and how much money am I gonna make from it? And as a result of that, you can see his channel nowadays is completely dead. Like, he has a video from 8 days ago, from 1 week ago. This guy has over 4 million subscribers, and this video has 3.3K. That is so fucking bad, especially after 8 days of the video being up, like, bud. So, again, at the end of the day, I just feel like a lot of the shit he does kind of go over, he does do, I just feel like he just kind of, like, it just kind of glorified content. It's not really like him being like, actually, hey, I'm interested in this, or hey, this is what's going on in my life, whatever. It would just kind of like go run around LA, try to get content, then try to glorify it a little, so then we could get a little extra views. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just kind of fucking stupid. Like, but like a good example is like a video where he has where it's like, I took LA Bloods to NYC's most dangerous projects. Okay. I don't know, well, like how that's kind of like, I guess like that's crazy because again, they're from LA, NYC. Oh my god, they're in the hood. Oh, they're in a different hood. Oh my god. And I get kind of like, with that kind of shit, oh, they're kind of risking their lives, oh, they could be ops, whatever. But I feel like at that point, he's just kind of, again, throwing those people in a risky situation just to kind of glorify the title, just for his content, just to be a little bit more glorified and be like, oh my god, I took these gang members to a different hood. Even though it's like really like, oh, I took these people from LA to New York. but then they like glorified the fuck out of it, and they're like, I took these LA gang members to New York. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of risky, because again, they could have people that don't like them in that area, but it's just glorified shit. But going on to like more people like Brandon Buckingham and Tommy G, their content's more on the like, it's more informative, or it's more on the side of wanting to give information, and actually give you insight on the topics that they cover. And they actually interview the people. I feel like with Adam 22, he doesn't really interview. Like, he does his like podcasts and he does interviews, but like, say he goes out and vlogs, and like, you know, he goes out to like, he's like, oh, going to the hood and me with this one rapper. He doesn't really interview him usually too much, unless it's straight to his podcast. But it's more just kind of like recording everyone just screaming and acting like a dumbass, and then doing drugs, and you know what else that's going on in that day. As with Tommy G and Brandon Buckingham, you might see a bit of that, but then it's more focused on the like giving information, giving insight of like what they're going over. And then also I feel like the videos are more structured, as like, you know, Adam 22's videos at the time were a random compilation of clips and shit, and his cameraman just kind of going randomly to some random area in LA that was kind of popping, and that they were kind of cool in and okay to get content with the people that, you know, were in that area. And I feel like it just, there wasn't too much information. It wasn't like really being like, here's an insight of these people's lives, here's an insight of what it's like to be a blood gang member or whatever. It was more like, oh, look at me, I'm hanging out with some bloods, oh cool, look at me, like this video, you know. And as like Tommy G or like Brandon Buckingham, they'll go over it, but then again, it's more like an insight. And again, at the end of the day, with Brandon Buckingham and Tommy G, it's not always just like, oh, what's the next gang member? Oh, what's the next hood I could go to? They'll actually kind of cover like all of it. Well, they're actually doing pretty real journalism. Like, I feel like Adam 22 will probably be like, I done rap journalism, or I'm a part of the journalism. Like, he'll probably try and claim that he's done some kind of journalism. But again, at the end of the day, all his videos are just random fucking... Yeah, at the end of the day, a lot of Adam 22's videos are just random fucking interviews and random clips that he tries to call like journalism, and it's just a whole compilation of a mess of a video or whatever the fuck. And there's like no structure. As these videos with Brandon Buckingham and Tommy G, they have structure, they have a plot, they have a reason why they're doing what they're doing. And I feel like, again, sometimes they'll cover the crazy gang member bullshit that's going on, or they'll actually like kind of cover like actual real shit that's going on. Like Brandon Buckingham went to South Lebanon and kind of like got some footage and just some insight of what's actually going on over there. And just kind of similar with like Tommy G, he just kind of does the similar thing where he'll kind of get more like insight of areas and places and fucking people and stuff like that. And again, I feel like it's not always just like gang members and scammers that they're always interviewing. I do feel like they do realize that that does kind of get the views, and that is kind of an easy title and easy kind of video to kind of form. But again, they do try and, you know, explore other avenues, which is cool too, because you can tell they're not just like trying to milk one topic either. Because again, I feel like that's a lot of people's downfalls, is either they go up on an Adam 22. Like, Adam 22 is just kind of a good example of what not to do as a YouTuber, because he kind of just like, he's kind of like, you could see through Adam 22. You could see through all the bullshit. But then also with him, he'll milk the fuck out of anything that will give him some kind of attention or some kind of views. And I feel like with Tommy G and Brandon Buckingham, they will realize certain things will get them views, but they won't milk the fuck out of it. They'll try and go interview different kinds of people, different kinds of situations, different kinds of areas and stuff like that, to see, oh, will this maybe do better, or will this kind of like, what would this kind of be like? Oh, I want kind of learn and get more insight on this. And I feel like with that, the content doesn't get old, the content doesn't get stale, and the audience doesn't get burnt out and like, oh, wow, he's in another hood interviewing another stupid rapper. And I'm not saying that channels that just only interview rappers or only do this or like only focus on one kind of like content or one kind of video. I don't think those kind of channels are bad. I think if they do it well and they do it like in an entertaining way, it's good. But again, that goes to what I'm saying. Like, I don't really feel like Tommy G and Brandon Buckingham are really glorifying it. Like, it does maybe get glorified a little bit because we're making a video on it. They do kind of have to get people's attention with the thumbnail and just kind of like what's going on in the video and kind of hype it up and stuff like that. But compared to like Adam 22, I feel like it's not really too much being glorified, but maybe more just giving people insight of what's really going on. As with Adam 22, it's more like, oh, look at me, I'm partying in the hood, oh, I'm doing drugs. And that's more just kind of the more like stupid glorifying, kind of more toxic shit I was kind of talking about. But I've been rambling forever in today's video, so I'm going to end it here. And pretty much, yeah. At the end of the day, I feel like it is a problem on YouTube or channels will go and glorify other people's misfortune. If that's like living in the hood or they have some disease or whatever's going on in their life, that's always going to be a thing, sadly. But again, it just support the right people and stuff like that. And again, at the end of the day, I do feel like if you make a video or you make a video giving insight on a situation, you're not always necessarily glorifying it. You might be glorifying it to a degree, but again, I'm not saying if you glorify it, oh, just because you glorify a situation, that's bad. Sometimes you need to glorify certain things, but I feel like it depends how you glorify it, as in like with Brandon Buckingham and Tommy G, they glorify in a way where it's giving insight and giving information, and it's not being like, hey, go out and do this shit, and oh, you'll be cool if you do it type of thing. As with Adam 22, it glorifies it as, oh, this is a fun thing, oh, this is cool, oh, blah, blah, blah. And, yeah, it just kind of, at the end of the day, depends on the type of message we're really trying to send with our content. But besides, I hope you guys did like today's video. Comment down below what you guys think. Like and subscribe. Turn on notifications and shit. And guys, thank you again for all the support on the channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys. So